Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. I'm the owner of Outsider Art Shop. On today's video, we're going to inject some wax with a DIY wax injector. I want to duplicate one of the rings that I made. So I did create a mold already. This is an RTV silicone mold. And now I want to put wax into here so I can pump out a bunch of the same rings very easily instead of recarving them. So I did not record this process. I wanted to get through it and make sure I was doing it right before I recorded anything. So I'll have a video eventually on that, kind of doing it out of order. So this video I am gonna record as I'm doing it. And what I'm gonna start with here is I have this like stainless steel meat injector for like marinades. So I got this on Amazon for fairly cheap, under $15, compared to the like $100 and something that the large wax injector machines cost. I wanted to see if I can do it a little more on the cheap. So, and it takes up less room. The first thing I have to do here though is modify this, and it comes with a few of these different attachments that screw on, and I want to keep this shape, but I don't want this long part because the silicone mold leaves this little conical area that this will fit right into, and yeah, so we have to get rid of this. So what I'm gonna do is hop outside right now on my porch and grab my Dremel, just a regular Dremel, and the attachment I'm gonna use is a metal cutting wheel. So probably different sizes would do. I happen to have a 1.5 inch. I believe that's the diameter. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort of cut right here, get it cleaned up and filed and smooth, and then we'll move on to the next step, and that'll be melting my injection wax, which I'm gonna also do kind of a DIY setup for that. So stay tuned and let's get going. Okay, so I'm outside now. I set up my vice grip and have the whole piece secured in there to give it a little more to grip onto than just this. We're gonna get going. So for the love of all that is holy, if you're gonna do it this way, please wear your safety equipment. I have safety goggles on, and I'm gonna wear a mask as well. So you can also do this with a handsaw. You could also do it with an angle grinder. So getting this on, and let's see how well we can slice through this. We got it. All right, that was nice and easy, and I'll just clean it up with these little metal files that I have. And then I'm just gonna throw this part out, and that's it. So I'm just gonna go over a few of the materials I'm gonna use right now for this DIY wax injection. I have my Fume flakes. These are wax flakes, and I went with the aqua green. It's specifically for injection. This is what they look like. I am going to melt some of these in a double broiler situation. So this was what I found the cheapest, basically free way to do it. I recycled this can and took the label off. That's where the wax will go into, and then boil some water in a pot with this in the center. The wax will melt in there. I'm going to take this and most likely put it in the water as well, and that'll help to keep the metal hot, so that way when I pull the wax into it, it doesn't cool down too quickly. And then I have my silicone mold, and this worked out perfectly where this piece fits right in there, so that's great. And then I pulled out these plates from my mold, and I'm going to sandwich the silicone in that as I inject it, just to keep it all even pressure around it. So that's basically it. Let's give it a try. So this is my wax melting, and it worked perfectly. The opaque blue is still working on melting, but around it is a liquid layer of it. And I have heat protection gloves in case I need it, because the wax injector is metal, so it was getting pretty hot all around, and I have to like pick it up and use the part that comes in and out. But what I did end up doing after trying it a few times, I said I was going to put it in the water. I could just put it directly into the can with the wax, and that will keep the wax injector still hot while allowing the parts that I put my fingers on to not get so hot, because it's kind of sticking up. So basically just using my countertop to lean the whole device onto, and then my left hand is pressing down on my silicone mold again with those plates. And injecting the wax is going to make the silicone want to move and expand, so you definitely need to use your hand to apply pressure and hold it down the whole time while you're injecting, and then while it's still cooling. So the wax will take probably like 20 seconds to cool down. You can see the color of the wax change. It doesn't take longer than 30 seconds. I didn't record taking it out of the silicone, but it takes, a little bit of finesse, and this is what I ended up with. They definitely all did break at the underneath of the band part, and that's just from pulling it out of the silicone. And I think the part that I used to like attach it to the frame ended up kind of chunky. So with that chunky bit, it just made the delicate part of the band sort of rip off while pulling it out. So no problem. I'm going to go in with my soldering iron, and I was going to do that anyway and just fix up what I need to with some blue Ferris wax. I can also resize any of them, just right in the back, make them smaller or bigger. So I am super happy with this method. All in all, it cost me $15, which is amazing. And so now I just wanted to show you my silicone mold once again up close. I will have a video on this. As always, let me know if you have questions in the comments. I'll hope to get that video out to you soon. So hit that subscribe button for more video tips. Hit the like button if this was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!